in today's video I'm going to be reviewing the 2023 Honda HR-V LX. So for 2023 the HR-V was completely redesigned and this one is the LX trim. So I'm going to go ahead and show you all the features this LX trim has. Under the hood there is a 2.0 naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine. It is connected to a CVT transmission. This engine produces 158 horsepower and 138 pound-feet of torque, and the fuel economy numbers are 25 in the city, 30 highway, and 27 combined. Here is a MSRP sticker of this 2023 Honda HR-V. If you guys are interested in the standard features it has, just go ahead and pause the video, and the price with destination is $26,790. If you guys are curious about the color is called Nordic Forest, and it does look alright on this HR-V. I would definitely go with the Sonic Gray, and both of them are the same price, $400. And for 2023 the HR-V was completely redesigned, and I personally think that Honda is doing a great job with the design. So I really like the direction they're going. For the headlights, everything right here in the front is LED, daytime running light, turn signal indicators, high and low beam, and the high and low beam are sitting in reflectors. There is 3 trims you could choose on the HR-V. There is the LX, which is this one, Sport, and EXL. And this LX actually looks pretty good. I did drive the Sport and I really loved the way how it handled and the way how it drove. I love the fact that the grille is nice and small and it is finished in flat black. Honda logo is finished in chrome, nice and small, not very big like other car companies. There is a bottom grille, and the design overall in the front looks pretty good. And there is this flat black right here in the bottom. And yeah, overall I think the design looks pretty good, and it does look good for a base trim. Here is a side view of this Honda HR-V, and it does look pretty good from the side, and I'm glad that Honda did not make the door handles and the mirror caps finished in flat black, because they definitely will make it look very cheap. So for an LX trim and for a base trim, I personally think it does look pretty good. And for the rims, the size is 215 60 17, so the size is pretty good. And the rims have an okay look to them for a base trim. And for the window trims, they're all finished in flat black, and I really like the spoiler. It definitely adds a nicer look. I'll show you that when I go back there. And if you guys are curious about the ground clearance, it is 7 inches, so getting in and out of this SUV is very easy. But let's go ahead and move to the back, and I'll show you the back of this HR-V. Here is the back of this HR-V, and the back looks actually pretty good. I love the fact that the taillights are nice and slim, and everything right here in the back is LED, as I said. So running light has a really nice look to it. Reverse is right there, it is LED, and the turn signal indicators are right there. But I really wish that the turn signal indicators were a little bit bigger. And back here there's a wiper. Here is a spoiler, does look good. And Honda badge is small, finished in chrome, does say all-wheel drive right there. The HR-V comes in front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. HR-V is all the way to the left. It is finished in chrome, nice and big. But I just love what Honda did with the tail lights. If you actually look inside the tail light housing, you'll see paying attention to details. And seriously, they did a great job with the design. And in the bottom there is some reflectors, and the bumper is finished in flat black, and there is no visible exhaust tips or exhausts. Here is a key of this HR-V. It does look pretty good, and it is the new key. It does have 4 buttons on it: lock, unlock, tailgate release, and a panic button. There's a physical key inside of this key. And yeah, overall the key feels nice and solid, very light. This button does not open the lift gate. Basically unlocks it, and then you have to walk to the SUV and click the rubber button. And the lift gate is nice and light. It opens up very quick. There is a handle up there, and inside there is a good amount of space. Loading floor is nice and low, so getting things in and out is super easy. And right here on the right there is a 12-volt LED light, nice and bright, and I really like the design right here. And it is on the doors too. I'll show you that. Right here on the side too, another LED light, which is very, very good. And yeah, seriously, very spacious trunk. Let me go ahead and show you what's underneath. Good amount of storage places, the jack and the jack tools, the fuel filler, and in the bottom there is a spare tire. In the Civic, there is no spare tire. But let me go ahead and drop the second row down and show you the amount of space in the back of this HRV. So I dropped the seats down, and with the seats down there is a ton of space, and I love the fact that the seats go flat 100%. And yeah, seriously, very good amount of space in the back of this 2023 Honda HRV. Here is a front door panel. The front door panel looks pretty good. This HRV LX has the gray interior, which basically has the tan interior. So there's going to be some tan right here, and this whole thing is very, very soft. Up top, this is nice and soft. For a base trim, I really like that. This is plastic, which is completely fine. This is nice and solid, finished in brushed aluminum. The driver window is automatic up and down. All the windows, buttons, everything feels and looks good. Everything has a really nice quality, and Honda usually does a great job with that. This is extremely soft, and I'm glad that Honda did this. This is soft. The armrest is very, very soft. An okay storage place. I really like this on the door panels. I showed you that in the trunk, and I'm glad that Honda is going with this design. Definitely something different than other companies. Here is the speaker, 180 watts sound system, and the seats look good. They're nice and comfortable. They're manual seats. For 26,000, I think that's fine, and for a base trim, that's fine. But I really like the design of those seats. And let's go ahead and move inside this HRV, and I'll show you how it looks like from the inside. Alright, so here is the interior of this 2023 Honda HRV. Does look very, very nice from the inside, and I really like this gray interior. And overall, I think Honda did a great job with the design. Steering wheel is not wrapped in leather, it is that synthetic rubber material. It does have an okay thickness to it. There's some gloss black in the bottom, and there's just flat black around the buttons. And yeah, overall, I think it's a good looking steering wheel, and it is very, very light. So of course, that's nice. Right here on the left, there is the home button to control that left screen. So you could go up and down. And it is dim. And by the way, this HRV has not PDI'd, so it did not go through service. So basically, service has to put some fuses in to be able to turn on this screen. So not everything is functional. And yeah. Sadly, this screen is not working, so I can't show you the screen and I can't show you the backup camera. But if you guys are interested in seeing the backup camera and the main menu and the screen overall, you could check out my sport trim review. It is on my channel. So anyways, there is the voice command, volume controls, seat buttons, source, and on the right there is the Honda Sensing. So it does have Honda Sensing, and I'm really happy that it does have steering assist for a base trim. A lot of companies do not add steering assist, but Honda does. On the right there is the wiper controls for the front and back. Engine start stop looks pretty good. And here is the wiper. Here is the turn signal controls and the headlight controls. Gauges look pretty good. The left is a screen and the right is a analog gauge. And this thing right here is extremely soft. So Honda seriously did a great job. And for 26,000, I think this is very good. Here is the vent. It does look good. Honeycomb look. Here is the traction control button and a small storage place, maybe to put some coins. And here is the screen. It's a 7-inch screen. It does have a volume knob and a tune knob. A few buttons underneath it, which is good. I really wish I could show you the screen, but again, guys, this HRV did not go through service yet, so the screen is not on. And I love the vents. I think Honda is going to go with this design with all their models. I can't wait to see the Honda Accord, the new Honda Accord. And this thing right here is extremely soft. Seriously, super soft. So Honda, good job. I really like the fact that they wrapped around this tan, or this gray is wrapped around the vents. And yeah, overall the vents look pretty good. Here is the emergency light button. And for the climate controls, very easy to use, and I think Honda is going with this style too. I think they first introduced it in the Accord, if I'm not mistaken. Very easy to use. It is one zone climate control. Here is the fan speed, temperature, there's an auto function, and here is the mode. So you could just turn this wheel and it will change the mode. There's an LCD screen, a few buttons right here, and this is off, on, so very easy to use, and good amount of storage places. One USB, and cup holders are nice and big. And here is the shifter that will control the CVT transmission. It does have a sport mode and a low gear. Very smooth, and it's very easy to go in gears. Here is the drive mode. So there is normal, eco, snow, and that's it. And here is the hill descent, e-brake, brake hold, and I really like this. This is nice and soft, and yeah, overall they did a great job. This right here is extremely soft, so you could rest your knee right here. It won't hurt you or bother you. It does have that bridge design, so there is one USB right here on the left and another USB on the right. Very nice, and I'm not sure where the 12 volt is. Inside there is good amount of storage place, and yeah, it is nice and big, and I think the 12 volt is on the other side. It's not here, so I'm not sure where the 12 volt is. So for the rear view mirror, it does look pretty good. The bezels are nice and thin, and it is a nice size mirror. Seeing out of the back is very, very easy. The windows are nice and big in this HRV, and up here there is LED lights, which is of course nice. And for the visor, it does feel solid, nice and soft, and there's a good size mirror, but there is no light, which I think is completely fine for a base trim. Here is the back door panel, and the back door panel looks pretty good. This top portion right here is plastic, which is completely fine. This is plastic, but does feel a little bit on the cheaper side. I love this gloss black trim. Very hard to see though. Door handle feels nice and solid. Here is the window switch, and the armrest is padded, but a little bit harder than the front. This is soft. This is soft. Here's the speaker, cup holder, more of that design. This is of course plastic. And for the back seats, they're nice and spacious, comfortable, and there's a good amount of headroom. Legroom is pretty good, but the front seats are pushed to the back, and there is no armrest, sadly. I really wish there was. And there is a storage place right here, and I really wish there was like some USBs or something back here, but that's how the front of this HRV looks like. I hope you guys enjoyed this review of this 2023 Honda HRV LX. If you guys are around and if you guys are interested, make sure to come and see Xavier here at Executive Honda in Wallingford. And if you guys are interested in seeing more videos like this, please like and subscribe because it does help a lot. And as always, I'll see you next time.